This is Gary Guyman with the Dominate the Day podcast. The purpose of this podcast is to help you get 1% better in your business, provide clarity, and give you some ideas that will help you grow your business. If you're ready to dominate the day, let's go.
Dominate the day, that's what we're about to do. If you don't want to dominate, then this podcast ain't for you. But if you are, then keep listening, cause every single damn day, the mission is to dominate. You already know we're here to dominate the day. So if you want to dominate every day, then let's go, it's time to grow. This is another episode of Dominate the Day.
So a lot of times as business owners, our number one primary concern is generating leads. So what I want to do over the next 3 days or so, probably 3 days, is I want to talk about lead generation. I want to give you some specific ways to generate leads. First thing I want to talk about is setting goals for lead gen on a daily basis. So how do you come up with that goal? Well, the first thing you do is you determine what your macro goal is, and that macro goal is probably revenue. So let's say you want to do, we'll call it 100,000 a year because I don't want to have to get too deep into math, right? Let's say you want to do $100,000 a year. You have an average ticket of $500 and you close 50% of your leads, okay? You know that 20% of your business is going to come from repeat, referral, basically your customer database, right? So we take out the 20%, which is 20 grand a year at $80,000. You have a $500 average ticket, $500 in average ticket. So basically you take that 80 grand, you divide that by $500. Now, the reason why I did 100,000 is to make this freaking easy for me. And I just made it hard because I reduced the 20%. So anyway, $500 divided into 80 grand. So how many jobs do you need to make 80 grand? 160, right? You need 160 jobs. Your close rate is 50%. So that means you need 2 leads to get 1 job. That means you need 320 leads. Let's say that in your market, you have 10 months out of the year that you can work. 10 months out of the year, we're going to use 20 days a month. So that's 200 days. You need 320 leads, right? 320 leads over a 200-day period to hit the 100 grand. It's not too bad, right? 320, 200 days. That's 1.6 leads per day you need to generate. 2 leads per day you need to generate. So every 100,000, right? So if you times that by 5 and you want to do 500,000, you know you need 8 leads per day to hit that goal, right? And obviously you can adjust close rate, you can adjust average ticket, you can adjust those things, and that gets you back to what your daily lead goal is. But see, too many times we set a goal, I want to do $1 million a year. We don't know, we don't have a map or a plan to get to $1 million a year, right? Here's the other thing. We don't track how many leads we're getting on a daily basis. And lead generation is the most important thing to developing and establishing a consistent business. If you don't have a consistent flow of prospects who are interested in services that you provide, you're not going to have a business, because without customers, it's not a business. Without somebody paying you, it's not a business. It's a plan, it's an idea, it's a hobby, it's not a business, okay? So the first thing you do when it comes to lead generation is, how many freaking leads do I need? This isn't a throw it against the wall and see what sticks. This is a let's determine how many leads I need on a daily basis. When I was 22 years old, I started in the mortgage industry, and I was told that I needed to go find 5 leads a day. Like, you need to go find 5 leads a day. Now, I didn't have a goal of how much money I wanted to make, because my goal was I want to make as much fucking money as possible. That was my goal, okay? So I was told, go get 5 leads a day. And so that's what I focused on. I was told by, I'm in Ryan Stewman's Apex coaching group, and Ryan Stewman preaches 5 leads a day to build your machine. Like, there's something to that 5 leads a day. So if you focus on getting 5 leads a day, then you're focusing on getting to the numbers that you want to get to. 5 leads a day, right? 5 leads a day, you have a $500 average ticket and a 50% close rate, you're going to make $1,250 a day at 5 leads a day, which is about $25,000 a month. That's not too shabby, right? You want to make more money than that, focus on getting 10 leads a day, 15 leads a day, those types of things. When we closed, or when we sold ProServe in 2018, we were averaging somewhere between 15 to 20, this is on average, leads per day. And the way it broke down was Google got us about 50%. Not all ads, some SEO, some Google Maps ads. Google got us about 50%. Our customer database got us about 30%. And then the other 20% came from, and customer database, I mean repeat, referrals, that kind of thing. And then the rest of our business came from signs, social media, and seeing a truck. I was in a McDonald's drive-thru one time, and some lady calls my phone. I answer the phone. She said, "Yeah, I'm interested in a Christmas light estimate." I was like, "Great. Where did you hear about it?" She goes, "Well, I'm in the drive-thru 2 cars behind you." Awesome. So our leads came from things like that. 50% from Google, 30% from our customer database, and then the remaining 20% from signs, social media, wraps, all that good stuff, right? That was 100%. That's where 100% of our leads came from. One glaring misstep on our part was we didn't have 5 lead sources that gave us at least 10% of our business. Like, we should have had 5 lead sources giving us 10% of our business. So when you're thinking about lead generation, you need to think about how many leads do I need, right? And you need to think about how many sources you can create of leads that gives you at least 10% of your revenue. Then you can start that next step of how to on the lead generation. But get the plan down, know how many you need. Let's dominate the day.
Dominate the day. That's what we're about to do. If you don't want to dominate, then this podcast ain't for you. But if you are, then keep listening. Cause every single damn day, the mission is to dominate. You already know. We're here to dominate the day. So if you want to dominate every day, then let's go. It's time to grow. This is another episode of Dominate the Day.